There's a quiet kind of suffering happening behind our screens. Not loud, not dramatic, just a constant hum of unease. Why do so many of us feel anxious, even when nothing's technically wrong? Why does scrolling through our phones sometimes leave us emptier than before? This book, The Anxious Generation by Jonathan Haidt, doesn't just ask that question, it answers it. And once you hear what it says, you might never look at your phone the same way again. Since 2012, anxiety, depression, and loneliness have skyrocketed, especially among teenagers and young adults. It's not a coincidence. That same year, smartphones became nearly universal, and with them came something new: infinite comparison. We stopped just living and started performing. Every smile, every outfit, every friend group, a post, a story, a reel. We became audiences to each other's highlight reels and critics of our own. Social media didn't just connect us, it rewired us. Apps were built to capture one thing, our attention. Likes and notifications act like mini dopamine shots, tiny rewards for being seen, approved, remembered. But the thing about rewards, they create cravings. So we check and scroll and wait. And when the likes don't come, we question our worth. It's not just addiction, it's insecurity disguised as connection. And outside the phone, the pressure only builds. Young people today are growing up in a culture where every opinion, every mistake, every silence is potentially public. Say the wrong thing and you're shamed. Say nothing and you're judged. So we perform, not just for approval, but for survival. Even our authentic selves become carefully curated performances. And in that pressure to always be right, informed, approved, we lose the freedom to just be. The future feels uncertain. Climate anxiety, job instability, economic stress. Young people aren't just afraid of failure, they're afraid that even doing everything right might not be enough. When the path ahead is foggy, anxiety fills the gaps. But here's where the anxious generation becomes more than diagnosis. It becomes antidote. Haidt isn't telling us to quit the internet. He's asking us to reclaim our attention, to stop outsourcing our self-worth to screens. He calls it digital hygiene, setting boundaries, creating offline space, reconnecting with nature, with silence, and with real relationships. And he calls on tech companies, and all of us, to take mental health seriously, not just reactively, but structurally. It's not just about logging off, it's about coming back to ourselves. The Anxious Generation is not a fear-mongering book, it's a compassionate one. If you've ever felt that invisible weight, that quiet anxiety that lives between your notifications and your thoughts, this book will feel like being seen. Read it, not just to understand the world we're in, but to build a better one, within and around us. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing to Cogito Reads, where we explore books that make us pause, think, and reconnect. Drop a like if this helped you feel understood, and share your thoughts in the comments. How do you manage your attention in a hyper-connected world? Thanks for watching, and remember, I read, therefore I think.